We've got all the cheese, the butter, the spicy, the garlic, all the things. These are not your average roast potatoes, my friends. These are my spicy gochujang Hasselback potatoes. Roast potatoes. All right, so it's pretty hard to improve on a really good classic roast potato, but like I think this might be it, like the best roast potato ever. Maybe not ever, but like pretty close. All right, we're gonna go in with a Hasselback situation here, which means we're gonna get heaps of like some spicy or some cheesy goodness like right through the potato. So let's deal with the Hasselback first of all. I'm gonna use some red skin potatoes here. You could use any potato that's good for roasting. And the trick to doing the Hasselback is that you want like a little guide on either side of the potato. So I just use some chopsticks. You could use a wooden spoon as well, down each side here. And then that gives you, so sort of, you know, the first couple of slices you don't want to go all the way down, and then you can use those chopsticks as a guide for slicing all the way through so that you don't cut all the way to the bottom. Now I'm doing mine fairly fine here. You could do them a little bit thicker if you wanted to, but I'm living for these potatoes. I'm going to give them a lot of love, so we're going to go all out here. And there you go. So you kind of have this really beautiful concertina kind of thing happening here, and that's going to get stuffed with a whole lot of goodness. So anyway, pop that into a roasting tin and just keep on going. Okay, so now we have our glorious little tray here of our beautifully Hasselbacked potatoes. I mean, look at that, it's already such a joy. It's weirdly satisfying. Anyway, let's get down to this spicy butter part. So I've got some softened butter here. And then I want to spice things up here with some Korean gochujang chili paste. So the great thing about this is it's not just about the heat, like the paste itself is fermented and it has a really beautiful savory, almost like a smoky kind of flavor. I don't know, it's good. It's good stuff. So we want to get lots of that in there. And I want some Parmesan cheese in here as well. And some garlic. Now to me, like butter, garlic, potatoes, they are like one happy little family. You can go as hard as you like on the garlic. I like it quite garlicky. You can also pull back if you like as well. And now a little bit of spring onion here as well. You want to make sure everything is really finely chopped for this because we've only got those like small tiny little crevices that we want to get our mixture into. So make sure your garlic and your spring onion are lovely and fine. And then a little dash of salt here. And we are good to go. Just give that a mix. Now, just as an aside here, this makes for some pretty awesome garlic bread spread. So next time you're doing your garlic bread, put some of this on there instead. It's really good. Now I want some cheese here as well, and I want a really stretchy, creamy kind of cheese, so I'm going with some mozzarella. You could go in with whatever cheese you love though. Okay, so that's everything like prepped and ready to go. Now we're gonna kind of get our hands dirty. So grab yourself a potato and smear a generous amount of that spicy, buttery goodness all over the top. And then what you wanna do is get your knife and kind of just run it through as many of those little slices as you can, just to get that butter like right inside all those little crevices. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is a labor of love, but you know, I do love roast potatoes and these are definitely worth it. And look, that butter's gonna melt and like melt down into each of these little sort of slices anyway, so you don't have to be too, you know, fine dining about it. And then just keep on going. Okay, check out our little buttery friends here, looking very snug in their little tray here. Now, what we want to do is we want to do a first bake where we kind of try and get the potatoes really nice and soft and all that butter like seeping in everywhere. And then we're going to get to the cheese a bit later. So I'm going to put some baking paper on first, and that just gives us a bit of a buffer around getting a really nice tight seal, and also make sure that, you know, some of that butter doesn't stick to our foil. Now, foil on top. So at this point, my friends, your house should be smelling like really beautiful, delicious, spicy garlic butter. That's what it should be smelling like. Let's get in here and have a look at what our potatoes are doing. Oh, wow, look at that color. Oh, so cool. All right, so what you want to do here is just let them cool down a little bit before you go in with the cheese, because otherwise you're going to get little burnt little fingers, which I don't want for you. Or if you have asbestos hands like I do, you could just go straight in. Now you just want to get that cheese and really just try and stuff that in there wherever you can. I told you this was a labor of love, my friends, but this is a love story with a happy ending, I promise. So these are all cheesed up, ready to go. Now we just want to blast them in the oven until that cheese is melted and bubbling and everything looks just delicious. Wow, I mean, look at that color, look at that cheese. Oh, this is so ridiculously exciting.
Now I just need a little bit of spring onion here.
Okay, so let's get in here and see what this is all about, because I can't wait. I just want to see what's happening with that cheese. That kind of cheese pull really is like, I dream of that at night time. I can't wait to get in here and try this. Let's see, shall we? What is so good about that? It's like spicy garlic bread met some roast potatoes and like a whole bunch of cheese got involved. And that is really good stuff, my friends. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. You could serve this with roast potatoes. You could serve this with steak. You could just eat it all on its own, just on its very own. And you would be very happy. Yum. If you've got any comments or questions, pop them below. And if you enjoyed the video, why not hit that subscribe button plus the little bell one, and that way you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Thanks, guys.